regards to Templar Archives, right? Like normally the numbers, I agree with you. Work account good, army supply good. Tech-wise, however, I mean, there is a robo, but army composition at the moment, that is the one problem for Neeb.
Okay.
No Archons yet, no Immortals yet.
Well said. I actually agree with that and like it. I think another thing to kind of flip that over is it was not Serral like establishing a fourth. Those Adepts actually walked past the morphing fourth in the name of trying to go after the attack, which means Serral's got the right number of hatcheries and bases right now to recoup his losses as well.
Taking a look, there's still an Oracle, by the way, with a lot of energy.
There's always an Oracle.
Yep.
I don't know about when Swarmos live or die, but I know there's always an Oracle.
Well, this Oracle's going to be able to get a couple of drones. That's
going to
nice.
die right now. Okay, no. I'm like, there's always an Oracle, then it goes off and dies. I'm like, heh.
One Prism heading towards the main, couple of Hydras around as well. Serral once again just being annoying, being a huge nuisance with these links. Where is that Mothership Core of Neeb? It was, it's actually hanging above the turret. Neeb is focusing on his Adept, but he has to make sure he doesn't lose too much against these links.
Warp in at home to try and finish that off. Big deal for Neeb is, I don't know if Neeb's ever seen what it looks like when a Warp Prism dies. I know what it looks like, but he just always has one out there. Links are going to get crowded over there as long as Neeb is paying attention, but Serral has done a fantastic job of, as you said, always being annoying. It's a really big deal. It's actually been a theme with his level of play. He's constantly looking for a mistake on your end.
You know what I would like to see once again? Yeah, he's going to try to morph a couple of those links into Bane. This time, I'd love to see what he did on Abyssal once more. You know, 3, 4, 5 Dropper Lords. You said he doesn't know what it looks like. A Warp Prism dies. Well, this is the Neeb of early stages 2016 when he actually lost a lot of Prisms. But I agree with you, Jeff. He got so much better at it. Todd said it as well. Neeb's Warp Prism play so far in this series has been phenomenal until you unleashed that Caster Curse.
I know. I'm over here like just... What a great final I'm having so far.
You're crushing it, Jeff. You know you can always save yourself as well because there is something that you have to mention.
Oh, yeah. That caster pack. Baneling does connect over here, and it does have the strength of that melee upgrade to actually finish off the probes. That's a big deal. Without the upgrade, it just drops him down to, I think it's like 2 health or whatever, maybe 1, but able to do it there. So 9 probes die in the end. And Serral is again in a nice position here. Just on the 4 bases, though. No, he's got a 5th being morphed in now as well. Okay,
I am just a tiny bit worried about how to execute an attack in. Knocking down those rocks, that would be awesome. Neeb sees that, right? There is an Adept standing there. Good stasis. Going to keep those Banelings away from the High Templars for now. That Adept is going to get picked off. Serral is looking for an opportunity. Neeb's defense so far has been the thickest. But this time, these rocks have gone down. And this 4th base is going to be hard to defend.
It's got to at least be canceled, if not just killed outright. Some Lings are going inside the main as well, and Serral is all... Look at the mini-map. It's blue everywhere. Neeb is holding inside his 3rd, excuse me, but his main's taking a little bit of damage. He did lose that Nexus, not cancel it. And Neeb is falling behind his supply. Now, as you said, Rotterdam, one of the kind of big themes here is, where do you attack? Well, Serral's answer is to attack from like 5 different positions. And even if it's going up a ramp or down a ramp, it's better to do it that way.
Oh, those Adepts are in a lot of trouble. Banelings will get good connections, and they just melt. And now these High Templars are a little bit exposed, and this is not really where you want to have your sentries either. This is just awkward, man. How on earth is Neeb supposed to keep all his units safe?
Well, I mean, that's the question. Neeb doesn't have the answer right now either, by the way. He's having a tough time. His 3rd is having the army kind of roundabout over to it. With the rocks down and an access point to that kind of back 3rd or 2nd natural, excuse me, Neeb's having to defend so many points. He's going to go down this ramp. He's got to look out. There's a lot of Hydras Banelings there. He's got to be really careful. A couple of storms do go down, but nothing really scoring a big win there. And a lot of Lings are looking to maybe go after that 3rd.
Yep, I mean, Serral is just gearing up for a massive attack, but also dropping an infestation pit during all of this. Yep. Left a couple of units behind just in case of a Prism. He always does that. He is the opposite of an F2 Zerg. Like, I'm pretty sure he doesn't know what that key does or that he has ever pressed it. Here come these Banelings. Can they get close to the sentries? No, they can't. At least not yet. But don't forget about that massive force on the right side.
Yeah, it's looking to go ahead and strike, and it will do that. The Hydra's trying to buy time. Here come the Lings, but there's also a Neeb army over there and a Stasis Ward grabs a lot of the Lings. He is actually defending right now.
How is
Neeb closing? He's still... Oh! Everything I just said to lie again. I apologize. 1 Baneling connects. 14 probes go down. 57 workers to the 77. Behind this, by the way, so it's worth noting, we saw this in the PVTs, but when you're defending against Harass, even if you're doing a great job, your opponent's expanding freely, they're teching up. There's the Spire, there's the Hive. It's still looking good for Cero.
Yeah, it is still looking good, but another ridiculously good hold there by Neeb. I have no idea how he does it. I have no idea how he always keeps these high Templar saves, drops the force fields at the right time, has good stasis traps. My stasis traps never do anything. We do have a couple of extra Dropalords there, and 20 Banelings morphing. Is Neeb gonna run up that ramp? That seems like a bad idea.
We can't do it. Most of that army is energy-based. It's not really a brawler army. It's got 4 Immortals with it. And those are, I think, 5 probes. No, wait, sentries. That one was on purpose. But he's got to be careful.
Oh, he's
oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, he does back off that one. Now, Neeb has defended, but what is he trying to attend to? He's got the fleet beacon coming in, so it will be probably Tempest, and of course, it's just in perfect timing with the Spire. He's also taking a 5th base, if I'm not mistaken. No, he's going to retake the 4th.
There is a Dropalord coming from the right side of this base, actually, that could potentially connect with some probes. And there is another Dropalord on the left side. Look at those Banes getting some good connections.
Good fight there. And the Banelings do connect and shatter that mineral line. Again, more Banelings looking to come in, but they're pre-split, so maybe not the best of connections. Oh, no, they went back to work. The Hydras are going to kind of try to buy the attention of Neeb back there. Neeb will push this off. But here comes the Overlord, and it's top Banelings in there. 23 probes are again going to die, if not more here. And Neeb's just taking too many losses.
Oh, Cero has
he's not going to push off of it, actually, but he's down 60-some-odd supply now.
Cero has really been hating on the Probius this game, Jeff. He's really been hating on it. 78 probes have gone down. Cero, his harass has been relentless, and that's really what's making the difference of this game and the other games. Neeb, as good as he is, as how much pressure he's under, he's still thinking about the next phase, and he's like, I need an answer against Broodlords. I'm not that rich, but we're still gonna try, and that is really impressive. But technically, Cero could be like, well, if you're gonna make Tempest now, I could keep making Hydra Bane. And if Neeb doesn't secure an extra base eventually, I think he's in a lot of trouble. He's gonna lose more pros. Look at these links. Look at them go, Jeff.
They don't even have Adrenaline upgrade just yet, but they're getting close to having it. Neeb is gonna try. He's realizing that while he has been defending pretty well, minus a few Banelings, I guess, he has to start attacking. He's losing. He's losing back at home. He's got to do something. And this army, I don't even know if there's a Warp Prism. I don't think there is. It's going to be really hard to reinforce.
I agree with you, and that's obviously what Neeb is thinking, but it's so awkward, right? Because he has a Mothership on the way, Immortals on the way, but he's still going to try, even though he can't reinforce. Good force fields, decent storm, but without a Prism, you can't possibly win here, right?
I don't think so. Good storms, yes, but again, like you said, just losing units. Everything is dying. The Templar will drop their storms. G is called, and Neeb has had enough of Cero on Sequencer. Get out of here, he says. I want no more of this.
15-minute game, 92 probes went down. Relentless arrest there by Cero. You said this is got check time. Let's see what champions are made of. Well, Cero withstands that first test. I mean, he's too tall there. That was an excellent game by our finisher.
The never-ending story. There's multiple checkpoints that you have to get through in order to eventually ride that really weird-looking dog into the, the end of that movie or whatever happens there.
Which movie?
The never-ending story. I actually don't understand enough of it to give you a better analogy. You've never seen that, have you?
Which year? What year was it released?
Like 91?
No. If you would have said 94, there's a good chance, because that was my movie year, Jeff.
Oh, okay. Well, check it out. Atreyu.
All right.
Weird dog. I actually had this really nice analogy to make, and then I realized I forgot the names to everything there. The Probius thing just shattered my confidence. I don't even know where I am right now. But here we are. I do know where we are. We're in the finals of WCS Jönköping. It's beautiful Sweden, where the sun never sets, and neither does the fine, good StarCraft play. We're going to head into Defender's Landing. Rotterdam, what do you think about this map?
This is a wild one. I really think this is a crazy one. We saw Cero on this map against Drogo, opening up at the 12 pool and just not doing enough. So now I wonder, are we going to see that again? Is it once again going to be some sort of a Ling Ravager timing? Is he going to go for maybe a Ling drop, a double Ling drop? Because I think this map is the hardest to play as a Protoss, because you're forced to play very passive and safe. And then I always feel if the Zerg just macros up, I'm a little bit behind. But every single time, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to delay that Mothership Core. Bam!
Yeah.
18 Lings in my base. So I just wonder, where do you find that thin line as a Protoss if you're Neeb loading into Defender's Landing?
And that is where we are. Let's go ahead and introduce our players, clawing back with an amazing offensive in that last game. It's the Finnish Zerg, Cero. Nice.
This entire tournament's been nice, Jeff. I've really been enjoying myself. We have a couple of great stories, great players breaking through, great series overall, some really hype games. And our reigning champion, finally we had a story that didn't fall short in the round of 32. He's here to defend his throne. It is Neep.
2 Prodosses in the round of 16, but one of those Prodosses was hardly just a Protoss. It was Neeb, and he had a date with Destiny in the finals. Wants to be a repeat champion, something that's very rare in Starcraft II. We actually had an awesome guest with us in the green room. It's a popular streamer by the name of Elohim. He does some PUBG stuff here. He's working with DreamHack, and one of the things he asked us, he said, you know, what's it take to be consistent in Starcraft? And we all kind of scratch our head because it's like, actually, it's a great question. It's really, really tough. There's different map pools. There's different metas. A lot of these guys go to school or have to, you know, like real life responsibilities. It's very hard to be consistent. And to think of Neeb as someone who can go from WCS Austin to Young Shaping and perhaps be a champion, but even as far back as last year, do it in Korea. It's amazing.
I think one of the reasons why, in general, we see it so little is that it often comes down to a little bit of bracket luck. I mean, every champion is obviously great, but we all have good and bad matchups. It just doesn't happen often that there is a player who says, no, you know what? All 3 of my matchups are pretty good, and then ends up winning the tournament, and then does it again. That's just so hard. But I kind of feel that's almost the case for Cyril now. Obviously, his ZVZ is spectacular, his ZVP is really good, and he's been working on that ZVT, which stopped him in Austin. Neep, on the other end, well, PvT, he's a monster. PvP, he's always been one of the best, because that's where he won.
Trend-setting.
Yep. And now his PvZ, well, he said he wasn't feeling it, but he's playing great. And the way that he played against Sort of as well, let's not pretend that this isn't an incident and he can't do this again. Like, no, these are just incredibly consistent players because they're very solid all across the board.
I love it. This is Neeb not feeling it, by the way. What happens when Sue gets up there with him and is like, you know, I don't know, we're in Montreal or something, and like, how you feeling about your PvZ? He looks at her and is like, it's really good.
I think then we'll just see like 12 white flags coming out of the play area. Every Zerg just unplugs the key, but it's like, you know what? You go, Neeb. You have it. We surrender.
You know what? To your point about bracket luck, though, one of the guys I can't help but to think about when you say that is Special. Special at WCS Austin only gets stopped by Neeb, but I would say his TVZ there actually looked better somehow than it does here. And then here, Special looked incredible, but gets stopped by Neeb again.
You know what's the saddest story?
I love, tell me.
TLO, round of 32, loses against Neeb in Austin, is up 1-0, but ends up losing against Neeb. Neeb wins the tournament. A couple weeks later, we fly to Jönköping. TLO again wins his first series against Neeb in the round of 32. Ends up meeting Neeb again. Again goes up 1-0. Like, TLO could have been in 2 finals if he wasn't in the same group as Neeb.
I don't think I was ready for that heartbreak. The second you said you wanted to hear a sadder story, I immediately said yes because that's my job as a caster, but my heart said no. And then when you said TLO, I was like, it is going to be a sadder story. This is going to devastate me. Dario's out there, crunching in the hours, looking for his final as well. And maybe when we make our stop at Valencia, it'll be the day of Dario.
I feel Valencia is a town where TLO will leave its mark.
You think so?
Yeah. Give him a Sangria or 2 and he's good to go.
Yeah.
Tapas.
I believe that.
Anyways, we have the War Prism on the way. Dark Shrine more than halfway done. This is obviously stuff we have seen before. So far, even though this is a crazy map, and if you guys wonder, why is it so crazy? Well, it's just small. It's really, really small. Traditionally, we always have one rush map, so to speak.
They do call it a rush map, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, and last season it was Paladino Terminal. If you guys wonder, like, I can't remember. That's because we never played on it. This time, however, we're on Defender's Landing. And, well, you see it a little more often than Paladino.
And if you go back a few years, it was called Bloodbath, actually. That's a joke to like 7 people in the audience. But you know what? Artos is watching at home. He got that one, so it's for him. Archon going to be warped in here. There is no, and this is one of the things we're kind of checking in on, too. It's not going to be a glaive Archon. There's no timing attack. It is just a single Archon, which is a bit weird.
Yeah, that is actually something that's a little bit uncommon. I mean, Neep was supply block.
I guess it's just like mega half-hearted. Like he's taking the third a little bit faster, maybe.
That he is.
Like,
yeah, that's he absolutely doing. Now he's going to wipe into more. Could have just been a supply block.
I think it was a supply block. We don't need to overthink it. And then,
okay, now we do have
what?
2 adapts being wiped in. He's probably going to shade those into the 3rd base while harassing with the Archon and then focusing on the adapt. Of course, at 2 adapts, 1-shot a drone. So this is basically like, hey, look at my Archons. They're really big and blue. And at the same time, you've got those 2 adapts trying to gun down as many drones as possible.
Man, he's so brash, though, that one Archon just walks out by itself, kills the creep teamers, but it's totally fine. Gonna lead these roaches on a merry chase.
Yeah, but that's exactly what Neep wants. And here we go. If Neep gets like 5-6 drones here, that's awesome. And normally, well, he should be able to get that. It's gonna be 4 instead.
4 is still pretty nice.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a lot of drones stacked up.
Oh boy. Doesn't quite get him, and the War Prism actually is very low in health. It's gonna have to go just heal up in the corner there. Take a look at those minerals that no one will ever mine. But it's a small map, and one of the dangers here is that harass is nice, but the harass is meant to buy time, and one of the ways it buys time is occupying the Zerg attention and keeping them at home at the Warp Prism. But if you can just bounce around between being aggressive and going home and defend because of how small the map is, that's really good for Zerg as well.
Yep, that 4th base seems a tiny bit late for Sero. I wonder why we don't have that one yet. Okay, there we have the drone heading out. Baneling Nest only halfway done now, while Charge is already halfway done. This kind of feels like this is all right for Neep, right? Like, you know, the way that he has macroed up.
Equal in workers, a little head in supply.
Yeah, killed 6 drones. Of course, in the end, it's all going to come down to engagement. But this is one of these games, Jeff, where I absolutely love to see Storm just being start immediately right off the bat. There are some moments where I'd say, like, maybe a couple Archons first is better. Get some upgrades out and then go for Storm. Oh, a couple of Ravages in the mix. That's cute.
Interesting.
That could help against these sentries that we've seen many times.
Yep. It's going to be Hydra, Roach, Baneling, Ravager. Army's going to move out here. We did see that War Prism escaped. Go over here and reinforce.
This is scary, though, with the Mothership Core, because, I mean, we've all been there. We've all recalled in such a big game. I mean, there's technically $15,000 on the line, $25K for the winner. This is not where you want to make a last-minute, you know, recall at home. And it's like, uh-oh, the Mothership Core got sniped.
Well, Cyril wants him to.
Yeah.
Cyril's fighting for his tournament life here.
Lurker Dan, Jeff.
Sure. Let's get them all. Lurker Dan, Threat on Spire, go to Ultralisk Cavern.
I'm shocked. That's not something I expected out of Cero, not on this map. Haven't seen it that much.
Lurkers are strong. Strong here. You just siege up outside that 3rd and it kind of uses like a fire base. Come at me. Very difficult to deal with.
But I just kind of feel that Neep has been so heavy. Like, I in general, I like Lurkers, don't get me wrong, but I just kind of feel like, what is the composition that Neep has been going for? Silly amount of Immortals, bunch of Archons. What is Neep going to do when he sees you go Lurkers? Well, probably that, and then maybe he adds a Robo Bay for some disruptors.
Or just more Immortals.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but that could very well be the case. And he's like, well, I'm already halfway there.
Yeah,
you know,
you're right.
This is my ticket to heaven.
We'll have to see if there's a game plan here. Maybe, I don't know, way out of left field would be like Nidus Worm play alongside those Lurkers.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Dropping Lurkers, that's something that Nurture will do every once in a while as well.
There's actually a sweet spot for the War Prism here on the high ground. Sero has no idea. His army is not that far out of position. That's a lot of Zealots. Neep really wants to get the hatch. Sero should try to keep this hatch alive, obviously, at all costs. You cannot lose your 4th base, and he's not going to lose his 4th base. But at least Neep is able to boosting it up quite a bit.
He actually gets away with a couple of Zealots there as well. Nice positioning by Cyril. Cyril just always seems to be in about the right spot anyways for Warp Prism. It's supposed to be very difficult to harass him. More Archons coming in, but the 4th base, once again, kind of a theme. It does so far at least get established without any hindrance. It's not really being slowed down here.
I just want to know where Cyril's going to go with those Lurkers. Well, there's a lot of units being sent towards the main. What does Neep have there on the right side? Is that an Observer? What, near the Overlords?
Yeah, they will be spotted.
Oh, that's the Prism. Imagine if there were 2 Archons in there. I was like, oh, that would have been sick. Well, this is going to be hard. I mean, Archons and Immortals are kind of clunky units, but Zealots are going to help out. I love the Pylons as well. It seems like Neep is somehow ready.
The thing I like about this for Cyril is don't drop. Just wait. Like, pull back and just hold off on it. A lot of the army came back to try and defend this. And there's the Lurkers.
Cybercore is going to go down. This Warp Gate is going to get picked off as well. But in the end, it will all come down to the engagement. Lurkers are fantastic.
What?
Time? What?
That doesn't slow down air stuff. Even I know that.
It doesn't even slow down anything. It might be up by the time we're loading into Odyssey, but takes a while.
Oh, the Immortals crack the high ground, and that means there's no exit for these Hydras. They will try to just go ahead and take the fight, and there's the drop appearing in the main. The army has actually gone away from here. And Serral's just going to back away.
Yeah, I like that Neeb jumped on the lurkers because they were very exposed, but at the same time, this means he's going to end up losing the fort. Not all the units have been unloaded, by the way.
Mostly like Ling-based army, so the DPS in this army is not very high. He's going to back up. I do like that move.
Bailing drop into the natural.
Bop. Gonna go ahead and drop it here, and he does get some kills. 3. Just 3, though. Not that bad, but Neeb's gonna push out. Serral did lose the lurkers. I like your analysis, Kevin. You're like, what are these supposed to counter? He's already got so many immortals, and they seem to be a little bit ineffective. Just now, the infestation pit's about to finish, so it's just still gonna be Ling, Hydra, Baneling. And Serral needs this to work. Both players have maxed out. Oh, the drop is gonna get destroyed there.
That's painful.
This is not a good... the drop's gonna stop. Let's forget about it.
But it's very... Oh, this army might actually get surrounded, and there could be no way home. And you can see Neeb immediately pulling units from the north side. But what a 6 surround here by Serral.
Huge surround for Serral. He's going to get all the immortals.
Wow.
We just got done talking about how they're essential for defeating lurkers. Well, if they're all dead, it's really hard to rebuild that count. And now the drop finds purchase. It's behind this third base, getting some probe kills and getting them off. Zealots are good. Well, this is just getting sloppy. Needs bleeding out units.
Yep, Neeb is being being hit left, right, and center now. And Serral's just everywhere, and keeping that fort base alive is going to be quite hard. Serral's still maxed out. It just seems so healthy in this game. 77 workers. Every time I check the production tab or the supply, he is maxed out. And once again, killing that forge is massive. Because we know Immortal Archon always does well against this, but the moment it hits like +2, +3, that's where it gets straight up ugly for the Zerg. Well, it's only +1 right now for Neeb. The American Protoss is in a little bit of trouble.
He's coming up here looking for a fight. If you're maxed out as a Zerg player, you just got to go for the fight at that point in time. He's got a huge concave. The Archon's having a tough time getting up to the front lines, and the Hydra's dealing so much damage behind this. The supply for Neeb is starting to kind of plummet here. It's going to be a bit of a trade from Serral, though, as he's taking it favorably, but he will lose this army at the end of the day.
Yeah, these Zealots are doing a really good job in making life a little bit better. A couple of Immortals are going to survive here, but 2 more will fall, and the other one goes incredibly low on HP. So Serral did lose a lot of supply there, but he has taken that base on the right bottom side as well. More Dropper Lords are morphing. He's getting +2 missile attacks as well. The forge is being rebuilt, but never used.
Here's the point of concern, though. I mean, I really think Neeb's way behind, don't get me wrong. But the left side, again, he's taking another base. Neither of them are really being harassed. If Neeb can land some Mega Storms, if Neeb can hold off 1, maybe 2 more waves of an attack, he's in a position to kind of come back here.
You know, you remember when I said this is a game where I would love to see him go Storm immediately?
Yeah.
He never got Storm.
It's hard to Storm when you don't have it, Kevin.
It is.
It's hard to use Storm hosts when they're not alive, and it's hard to Storm when you don't have it. Another drop is going to go in here, and again, just a single lurker, and you might look at that and think that's kind of weird, but it's really only Neeb that always has an observer in the right place. For the rest of us, that's actually kind of a luxury.
2 Dark Templars being walked in. It's been a little while.
That's a lot of lurkers. And a Greater Spire behind this. And you know what? That's where the pressure's being felt. Neeb always has Stargates at the right time. He has a Stargate right now. I don't believe he has a Fleet Beacon, and it's going to be a lot of... I mean, he never gets playing Stalkers in this matchup almost ever. It's going to be very hard for him to deal with Broodlords if we get that far.
Oh, the Immortals are a little bit out of position. Imagine if all those lurkers are able to run into the natural. At the same time, though, Serral has to be a tiny bit careful. Don't throw away your army. That is a ridiculous amount of lurkers, though.
How do you get on top of that? He's going to try. He's pushing forward. The Immortal's stuck on the high ground. Zealot's just evaporating. The Hydra's doing so much damage, and he has to back away. I believe the Observer might have actually even been picked off with that Overseer Hydra composition, and Neeb is just losing out right here. GG's called out. We're going to Game 7.
I love it. Game 7 between these 2 fantastic young guys. One from North America, one from Europe. They're both hyped up, and they deserve to be hyped up. That was an awesome game, but obviously Neeb will know where that went wrong. That army in the middle of the map that got surrounded, that got sandwiched. I never knew they made sandwiches that good in Finland, but I'm booking a flight, Jeff.
You have to. It's just too delicious. But man, at one point it was 3-1 in favor of Neeb, and in his wins, it was like Serral did everything he could to try and win, and it was deflected. Serral took a moment. We had a pause. We come back. And he's hit a new gear. I mean, the drop at first, I was like, this is comical. It's terrible. But at the right time, he picks it up. At the right time, he comes back. Even when he came back, there was a few attacks where it's like, this isn't really doing much. picking off the forge was nice, but whatever. But then he moves on and finds harassed at the third. He drops the banelings to kill 6 more probes. He just gets every ounce of value out of everything he does.
Yep, I love it when he said as well, just keep those units there. Don't unload them now. Maybe you can use them later when Neep pulls his units out of position, and that's exactly what happened. And since Neep's
baited out a time warp,
it's almost like PvT, right? Where you know there's a medevac and you always have to worry about it because you don't have a Stargate. That's kind of what happened there. And because Neep was still thinking and being busy and dealing with that drop, whether it was unloading units or not, that's when his units in the middle of the map, you know, they overstepped their boundaries, they overstayed their welcome, and they got sandwiched. And I mean, that's Zerg art right there, when just Zerglings and Banelings and Hydras come in from every angle. You know, put that in the next cinematic.
And I mean, again, I kind of want to go back to your earlier comment where you're like, man, Lurkers, what are they hoping to do? There's so many Immortals out there, but that surround on that army, killing the 8 Immortals, that was the turning point for me. That's where all of a sudden it became very clear Neeb is no longer in the driver's seat. It's all about Sarah. Well, guys, we're in game number 7. The map is Odyssey. The tournament is WCS Young Shiping, and the prize is $25,000. Can this Finnish Zerg in the lower right-hand corner, Cyril Dilla, win? They're not used to that. Neither am I.
I like both of those jokes. Can he finish him?
Oh, God.
As over here, we're looking at the main base of our American Protoss, still the reigning champion of the WCS circuit. Give it up for Neep. You know, Jeff, I've been loving our finals so far this year. Like Katowice, I think, was a legendary finals. I think Austin was honestly pretty
I'll give you a heart,
with
man.
Deep Nurture. I thought that was a really good series.
Just a moment.
The first ESL finals, okay, maybe a few too many adepts, you know. Well, if you are Protoss, maybe that wasn't that bad. But if you don't play Protoss, but I think overall we've had a couple of great finals this year, and I'm loving this one too.
Yep, a game 7, really nice back and forth, very high level play.
By the way, dude, you need to
one of the
get
things
a
I've been kind of keeping
Chromecast.
tabs on is in between these games, they show the players, and I'm
Chromecast
not
is
seeing
lovely.
profuse sweating. I'm not seeing shaking of head. Both these guys are showing championship caliber play, but also keeping themselves calm, cool, and collected. Really excited for Smix to ask either one of these guys how it felt, how they're doing emotionally.
Like you said, what comes after? It's nice. Wow, the probe getting a drone kill. How often do you see that? Imagine if he just taps out. He's like, I've had it.
Just dead silence everywhere.
Sue runs to the stage.
What happened? Okay, that's weird. Why? Why there? What is this wall in? Kevin.
I have got nothing, Jeff.
Ants? Someone.
Maybe this is going to be like some sort of a creative double wall.
Is there an architect in the no, I don't
Eventually, this will make sense. Don't worry. Just right now it doesn't. I guess he's just not worried about a bunch of links running across the map as probably going to open up with an adept. Is there anything else? No, right? It's just... Well, okay. No mothership core, no adept.
I'm going to explain myself.
These links, by the way, could be annoying.
Typically with a wall in, especially at this stage of the game, you're looking to minimize the space entering into your main and natural. When you put a cybernetics core back like that, it doesn't close off the opening. The only thing I can really think of is that the cybernetics core is a pretty central and important building, so you don't want it at the front.
These links are going to be annoying. I wonder what they're going to go for. So 2 links going to go into the main. There's a good chance these links can get like 2 probes. Obviously, Neeb is going to micro his probes, but he doesn't have anything that kills the stuff, really.
Until now.
Yeah, there's that first adept. I mean, the micro is good so far by Neeb. Is he really not going to lose a single probe? This is not fair, Jeff.
Well, to be honest, I've said like 30 stupid things, so it's so nice to hear you say at least one right now.
Oh, he killed 1.
Never mind.
But I thought he was going to kill 2, you know, so...
Yeah,
halfway
sure.
wrong.
Yeah, a little bit.
That is a very fast
Stargate gets scouted, which again...
Yeah, and this time I think it's actually kind of a nice scout because this was a very fast target, right? Like Stargate before anything it was. I think before Warpgate, before the Adapt, before a Mothership Core, obviously. So this is the type of Stargate you do kind of want to pick up on, just so you make sure that your Spore Crawl is not 4 seconds late.
What do you think about the faster Stargate? Is it just to get...
Throw the timings off a little bit.
Okay. No all-in coming off this or anything like that?
Not necessarily. And Neep just doesn't strike me as the Protoss who puts it all on the line. Game 7, Grand Finals, and then goes for like, you know, 9-gate Adept Claves behind it.
What if he literally starts adding the gateways and you're like, oh, okay.
Well, if he does it, then I just misread Neep.
Yeah. Which would be kind of cool by him.
Yep.
That's kind of what he's going for. But this Oracle's going to show up over here. There is already everything in place to deflect this. But again, as I said earlier, it's not so much about the initial damage.
No, but this is still already cleaner than, for instance, Abyssal. Remember, where it's like, you know, he's getting 4 drones, and it looks like that's okay. But on this level, these two are so good. They're so evenly matched that 4 drones can make a difference. Now, these Lings are going to try to get something done here. These Adepts obviously don't have Resonating Glaives. They do have a sweet position, and they're going to force 2 more. So that Phoenix, and now Glaives on the way. We gotta keep a close eye on that production tab of Neep.
Early Baneling Nest, more Lings coming out.
I think Cero got scared about what happened on Sequencer.
Okay.
Somehow he managed that well, right, against all those Adepts, but that could have been a disaster if those Adepts would have just, you know, gone for it a little bit harder. So I think this time he's like, you know what, that one Stasis is actually gonna pop. Wow, that's quite a few drones there as well, and the Queen, so that's nice.
Not bad at all. And here are those Adepts. But there is more than enough to deal with him, so that's why he's shaded kind of backwards. He ends up not losing any of the Adepts. Really nice play from Neeb so far. Back and forth between the 2 players. You'll see the worker count is just now equalizing.
Okay, now we have the robotics facility being warped in as well. It's being warped in on the low ground. As we can see, only a single pylon there. So
that's
this
a lot
time,
of Adepts.
Yeah, this is a little bit similar to what we saw on Sequencer, but the Baneling Nest is a lot earlier. But Cero needs to pick up on this. The Lings are going to see it, though, and if they get...
No Banelings yet, right?
Nope.
I don't think any Banelings. He has a good number of Queens.
Yeah. He should warp. He should morph a couple Banes. That's exactly what he does. 5 Banes might actually not be enough because the Oracles can help out. They could technically snipe a couple Banelings as well. They're gonna drop a Stasis on top of the ramp, but 1 Ling.
Well, still gets a couple. And the Adepts do have the high ground, but here come the Banelings. The Oracles used up a lot of their energy though, so they're not gonna help out too much here, I don't think. Now spreading them out. Nice little spread there from our Protoss player, Neeb. And he's scoring some wins here. It's just the Queens. The Lings, for the most part, are gone.
Yeah, but a lot of the Adepts are quite low on HP, right? I mean, the Oracle's taking a little bit of damage as well from the Queens there. This is nice, though. Neeb finds the opening he was looking for. Cero immediately evacuates. A couple of Bailey's going to try to wiggle their way into this middle line. Wow, Neeb is just paying attention.
He's everywhere.
That's sick.
He even has a sentry. The 3rd gets ransacked. Did he lose both the Oracles, or did one actually escape? I think he might have lost both of them.
Yeah, he was obviously dealing with the Bailings at home and still killing drones here. I mean, if this wasn't a gold, if this fort base wasn't a gold, normally I'd say like, whoa, l'explosion de gate. That's what Todd would say.
Todd lives on. Even when he doesn't cast the finals, he's here in our hearts.
7 gates, that's a lot of gates, but this time Neeb does a 68 ropes. It's going to be a lot of Immortals, a lot of Zealots.
And this is the right call. He did damage. He killed a lot of Lings. He did some damage to the Queens themselves, and he knows that there's a chance that Sarah will be caught on the back foot there.
You know, no Forge. There is no Forge for Neeb, so there's a good chance that Neeb is going to try to end this on 3 bases now with all those gates, all these Immortals. And if Cero can pick up on this as he's scouting for a 4th base right now, he's like, shouldn't you be trying to go up to 4 bases? Maybe eventually Neeb still drops it, but it's safe to say that with that Warp Prism, with all the gates, Neeb is putting it all on the line here. Cero has a gold.
There is that, at least, fake of a 4th or maybe a backup plan of sorts.
Without a Forge, it just feels like it doesn't feel real, right?
And 7 gateways, like you said. Like, he's definitely beefing up for this.
And that Prism as well. Prism a little bit of a tell. 2 Archons. Cero's gonna scout, spots this army. Can't lose too many of these Lings for free.
I mean, so losing Lings is not the biggest of deals, but that was like a 12 or so. Now some harass dislodging the gold base.
Cero is in trouble, Jeff. Cero's army is really small at this point. Obviously, he starts producing units now, finally. Bailing speed is about to finish up. +2 melee is about to finish up. But this is an army that you're going to have to respect. And he just made drones. Cero just made a couple of drones.
There is no storm for this Protoss army. That's the only kind of thing I'm going to give it to him. But he's got a big, beefy army coming in here. It's going to go right up the throat of the Zerg player, pushing in right now. Hydra's trying to mask, Queen's trying to buffer in the front, but the entire series could be decided right here. He's going to push in on top of this. Hydras are behind the Queens. It is proper positioning, but is it going to be enough? Bailey's does it try to detonate, not getting huge purchase here. Supply is in favor of Neeb, and he's got the Immortals sitting behind. Is this just too much damage?
I mean, Zerg reinforcements coming in from every angle, but this time there is a Warp Prism warping in those extra Zealots.
It's not enough. The Hydra count has been jumped on top of. Neeb is on top of this base. Everything about it. GG's call out, and Neeb is your WCS Young Chapin champion.
This young American just went back-to-back on our WCS circuit. He won in Austin. and he wins in young chopping as well after a thrilling final against that other young, spectacular, talented European Zerg. Awesome finals, Jeff. I loved it. What a
SCV ready? Yeah. Well, butter my biscuit. Huh? Bad news. SCV ready. Go ahead. In the rear with the gear.
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals.
Maybe I should take a warm-up game before this goes on.
SCV ready.
Well, we'll jump straight into ranked games.
SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I don't know, I don't like it. I don't like it when Terran is not in the finals.
What's going on?
We need some
Command
Terran
center
power in the
upgrade complete.
finals, dudes. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be satisfied.
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
Who wants some?
Add-on complete.
Armed and ready. SCV ready. Been waiting on you. Big job, huh? Fueled up, ready to go. SCV ready. Huh? By the numbers, boys. This better be good. You want a piece of me, boy? Bad news?
Add-on complete.
Go ahead. In the rear.
No, I've played since February.
Not enough minerals.
I mean, I played the first Legacy, I think it was called,
You gonna give
I don't know, the first one in 2013. I played it for half a year. And then I played Brood War back in the early 2000s.
Ready for dust off.
That's about it. Broke. 2 Marines
Now what?
short.
ETA?
Insufficient Vespene gas. Insufficient Vespene gas.
Yeah. What's going on?
Vespene geyser required for placement. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots
Gangway,
required.
coming. Ready to plunder. You ready for war?
Additional supply. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
That's a lose.
Loud and clear.
That's a goddamn lost. Okay.
Mineral field complete.
Ready to plunder. SCV ready. This better be good.
Command center upgrade complete. Not enough energy.
Transformation system prime.
Base is under attack.
SCV ready. Can't hold them alone. Let's get into the fight. Can't hold them alone.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Very well.
Base is under attack.
Fight or flight. Yeah.
Talk to me.
Who wants?
Base is under attack.
SCV ready. Can't hold them alone. Let's get into the fight. You gonna get SCV ready.
Our SCVs are under attack.
SCV ready. SCV ready. I'm going. You ready for war?
Life flight's here.
Armed and ready. I like it. Oh. Up, ready to go. In the rear with the
Base is under attack.
This better be good. Outstanding.
Talk to me. Well, hell.
Unacceptable landing zone. Our SCVs are under attack.
Talk to me.
Add-on.
He's doing my tricks to myself.
What's going on? Been waiting on you. You gonna give me orders? This better be queued up, ready to go. Armed and ready. Inbound.
Waiting on you.
Ready to plunder.
Not enough energy.
SCV ready. Well, butter my biscuit. We could use some help here. This better be good.
Where's he?
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
He just took out all my SCVs. Now I'm in trouble.
They're ready.
Now I'm in real trouble. I don't remember the hotkeys, mate. I don't care to remember the hotkeys. Doesn't matter for me. I'm using the same 3 keys every time. QVE and AS. That's it. How do you stutter step? What's that? I don't know what stutter step is, dude. Just a moment. Yeah, since March it's the same way. But you're right, it's too good to stay away from. It's like awesome game actually. It took my work alliance so easily. That's why I lost. He kept his going. I even took down one of his medevacs. My bio play, I don't play bio. But yeah, sure, I should watch some more videos. Send the links if you can. I need to be more creative soon with these guys because they're like that guy. He was very prepared.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
He knew what was coming at his side, so he had like
Not enough minerals.
preparations for it.
Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots.
A lot of TBT.
Not enough minerals. Not
I don't
enough
get it, mate.
minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Ah!
I need to be accelerating away from some of these players. They know my strategies too well.
Add-on complete.
Ah, you mean like there's a lot of TVT action? Yeah.
SCV ready. Go, go, go.
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough
So
minerals.
short.
Not enough minerals. Not enough
SCV ready.
Because I'm making supplies so it's too early.
SCV ready. Fueled up, ready to go. SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
Bad news. What's going on? Ah! You scared me. Huh? Speak up. Ready to roll out. You gonna give me orders? I'm on it.
Additional supply depots required.
Ready for dust off.
Been waiting on you. By the number. SCV ready. Fueled up.
Our SCVs are under attack.
In the rear with the gear.
Taking up or dropping off. Now what?
Goddamn unload.
No pain. Go, go, go.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Where?
Go ahead. This better be good.
Talk to me.
What's going on?
Taking up or dropping off. Ready for pickup?
Been waiting on you.
What the hell? It's like someone else is controlling my units. God damn it. What the fuck?
Where's the emergency?
Huh? We hear you. SCV ready.
Base is under attack.
SCV ready.
Command center upgrade complete.
Picking up or
Gangway.
dropping off.
Coming through.
Here,
Not enough energy.
Another loss.
Add-on complete.
You gonna give me... Ready to blunder.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough energy.
How can I be on 4?
Go ahead.
Is that seriously so many I lost?
SCV ready. Been waiting. Gangway coming through.
Not enough minerals.
Made for battle. Fortune favors. Fueled up, ready to go. Transformation system. You want a piece of me, boy? Let's get into the fight. This better be good. You ready for war?
Not enough energy.
Ready to plunder. Ha-ha! Go, go, go! No one lives forever. Inbound. SCV ready. Agreed. I like it. Very well. Oh. Ready to roll out. SCV ready. Fortune favors the bold. Transformation systems primed.
Not enough.
SCV ready. This better be good. Can't hold them alone.
Not enough minerals.
That one widow mine is killing me hard.
By the number. Who wants some? SCV.
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Ready to plunder. We could use some help here. You gonna get... What's that? This better be good. Lay it on me. Absolutely. Piece of me, boy. Made for... You ready for war? Fight or flight? One. Right. Transformation. What's going on? Speak up. You gonna give me...
Insufficient Vespine gas.
What's our engine screaming? Need something to load up? We could use some help here.
Insufficient Vespine
Go, go,
gas.
go! Armed by the number. Been waiting on you. Go ahead. Speak up. SCV ready. What's that? Who wants some? Fight or flight? Liberate. SCV ready. Ready to plunder. Got no...
Base is under attack.
SCV ready. You ready for war? Go ahead. Let's get transformation systems prime. Speak up. Transformation systems prime. Who wants some? Armed and ready.
Our SCVs are under attack.
By the number. Huh? Yeah. SCV ready. We could use some help here.
Add-on.
Want a piece of me?
I'm not hyped enough. These guys are usually beat their asses. not producing units while I'm like... Yeah, well, I'm not producing units. And not droning up neither. So it's like, I'm too slow simply. And then I was like misclicking a lot. It was weird misclicks. Like I couldn't load off and stuff like that.
SCV ready.
Which I usually never struggle with.
What's going on? Bad news. SCV ready. Huh? Big job, huh?
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I'm going. SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready. What's
Yeah, I will.
SCV ready?
Bravo. That's good
Yeah.
stuff.
Big job. SCV ready. In the rear with the gear.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Ah! You scared me! We hear you. Bad news?
Our SCVs are under attack. Command center upgrade complete. Our SCVs are under attack.
In the rear with the gear. SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
Go ahead.
So that's a proxy stuff, you know,
enough
it's the
minerals.
proxy now. I'm
Not
gonna deal
enough
with proxy
minerals.
oracles.
SCV ready. What's going on?
Let's go
Move
see
it.
how weak this guy is.
SCV ready.
Command center upgrade complete.
SCV ready. SCV ready. Huh?
Not enough minerals. Not enough energy.
SCV ready. Will do.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
Not enough. Not enough minerals.
Big job.
Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
What's up? SCV ready. Optics online. You got coordinates or what? SCV ready.
forces are under attack.
SCV ready.
I'll get there. I get ya. Gun systems go. Cyclone.
SCV ready.
Channel's clear, boss. Moving into position. Comms open.
Go, go, go.
Adjusting for new quarter.
Bad news? Huh? In the rear with the gear.
Enemy contact. Optics online. Let's go kill something.
Ready to roll out.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Move it. What's going on? Yeah. Yeah. Big job, huh? Yep.
What the fuck?
SCV ready. Huh? What's going on? Up, ready to go. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
What's going? Roger that. Go ahead. Got no faith. What's our target? You gonna give me orders?
Optics online. Something.
Vespene
Systems
gas
go.
required.
Cyclone ready for action.
Roger. What's going on? SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
One mini.
Give us your SCV ready.
Your forces are under attack.
SCV ready.
You got coordinates. This ought to be good.
Lay it on me. SCV ready.
Channel's clear, boss.
Bad. I'm in deep. SCV ready.
Nothing will stop me. Moving into position. You got coordinates or what? I get you.
Ready to roll out.
Let's go kill something.
What's going? In the rear with the gear. Huh?
Liberation is at hand. Yes, sir.
Go ahead. I can't build here. Yo. SCV ready. SCV ready. Yep. SCV ready.
Show me who you want to die.
SCV ready.
Mineral field.
Ready to blunder. SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready.
$174. That's a personal record, man. Raven or Banshee. Yeah, you're right. But that time it was too late. And hi Mini, by the way. Mimi. How are you doing, man? Hatch. I thought it was a proxy Oracle game last game, but it wasn't. He had two Oracles.
Ready. You're the boss.
Not enough minerals.
He didn't really do damage because he couldn't micro both his
Not enough
Oracle and
minerals.
defend his base.
In the rear with the SCV ready.
By the way, my eBay was so slow last game. This was a mistake.
What's going? Go ahead. Yo, SCV ready.
Additional supply. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Bad news? Huh? Big job. What's going on? Huh? SCV ready. In the rear with the... SCV ready. Go ahead. SCV ready. Bad news. Ah! Big job, huh? What's going on? Well, fuck. Bad news.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete.
Yes, sir. Huh? Yep. SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. SCV ready. Move it. You want a piece of me, boy? It's your dime. SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
Ah! It's here. SCV ready. Armed and ready.
Additional supply depots required.
Yeah. Ready to roll out. Bad news. Who wants some?
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough. Insufficient Vespine gas. Not
You want
enough
a piece of me,
minerals.
boy?
Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough minerals.
You gonna give me orders?
Additional supply depots required.
Big job. I can't build here.
Ready for dust off.
Huh?
Ready for dust off.
Gangway.
Additional supply depots required.
Been waiting on.
Now what?
This better be good. SCV ready. Go, go, go!
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
SCV ready. Let's go. Bad news. Ready to plunder.
Understood. Waiting on you.
SCV ready.
Look at this drop. Holy shit. Fuck. And then 2 scans for nothing.
In the rear with the gear. Want a PCB, boy? SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
Now what?
Ready to plunder. SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Mineral field.
Can't hold them alone.
Now what?
Ready to roll out.
Talk to me.
Got no. Armed and ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Go. Huh? Fueled up, ready to go.
Not enough energy. Mineral field depleted.
SCV ready. You gonna give me
Optics online. Let's go kill something.
Gangway. SCV ready. Sure thing. Ready to roll out.
Reporting for action.
SCV
Mineral
ready.
field depleted. Additional supply depots required.
In the rear with the gear. Uh-huh.
Additional supply depots required.
Bandit. Good job, huh? You. This better be good.
Your forces are under attack.
Got freedom.
Ready to blunder.
Systems go. Cyclone ready for action.
Orders received.
As you say. Full speed.
Comms open.
We could use some help here. SCV ready. Oh! Speak. Need something blown up. Huh? Fueled up, ready to go. SCV ready.
Reporting for action.
SCV ready. Got no way. Roger.
How can we help? Flight path is locked. As you say.
SCV ready. Want a piece of me, boy? SCV ready.
Is this really possible?
SCV ready.
Is he like going to tear through my stuff?
Boy.
Mineral field depleted.
Optics online. Let's go kill something.
Go, go, go. Got no patience for sitting around. I can't build here. Sure thing.
Talk to me.
Armed and ready. What's going on?
Target in mind.
Go ahead. Huh?
Now what?
Show me who you want to down. Channel clear, boss.
Waiting on you. Talk to me.
Taking some fire here.
We're returning fire.
Give us your best.
Channel's clear, boss.
Base is under attack.
Let's go.
Armed and ready.
Target in mind.
Bad news. Let it roll out.
Go kill something.
Not enough minerals.
This better be good.
Not enough minerals.
Reporting for action.
Not enough.
Somebody,
minerals.
get me out of this
Base is
mess.
under attack. Mineral field depleted.
SCV ready.
Systems go. Cyclone ready for action.
Inside. Bye.
Comms.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
Mineral field.
Taking some fire here.
Vespine geyser exhausted.
Thank you, it's on time.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
What's going on?
Good reason for why I don't have minerals. Makes sense.
Go, go, go. Let it roll out.
In gear. Optics online.
Add-on complete.
Transformation
Ah, Commander. Moving into position.
You gonna give me orders?
Command center upgrade complete.
Not with Björn. What's up with Björn? I bunker rushed the guy who
SCV ready.
cannon rushed.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Bad news.
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals.
Yo. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
John Wick. The man. The myth. The legend.
John Wick, Chapter 2.
The myth.
SCV ready.
The legend.
Go ahead. I'm go. Ah! Escape.
Command center upgrade complete.
Huh? Big job, huh? SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. Go ahead. Woohoo! Overtime.
Base is under attack. Under attack. Not enough minerals.
Want some? Ah! Bad news. Uh-huh. It's your time. Gangway, coming through. We could use some help here. What's going on? Huh? Go ahead. You up, ready to go. What's our target? Who wants some? Ride up.
Base is under attack.
Big job. SCV ready. You want a piece of me, boy? This better be good. Ready to roll out. Of course. Gateway coming through.
Is it like something like we better get stupid because Reapers are here? Get it.
Not enough energy.
The tanks
Our
won't
SCVs
walk in and
are
attack.
under attack.
Stuff like that. It's weird sometimes, this game.
What's going on?
Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Who wants some? SCV ready. Go ahead. Huh? SCV ready. Ah! Escape.
Ready for dust off.
Here. SCV ready. Okay.
Not enough minerals.
Somebody, get me out of this mess. Loud and clear.
Not enough minerals.
Somebody, get me out of this mess. Here's your stuff.
This better be good.
Waiting on you. Inbound.
Who wants some?
Wait.
By the number. Ready to plunder. Armed and ready.
Not enough minerals.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Go ahead.
Not enough energy.
Light flight.
SCV ready.
Talk to me.
This better be fire flight.
Let it roll out.
Armed and ready. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm getting grilled.
Gangway coming through. Ready to plunder.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Speak up.
Made for battle.
Give us your fuel up, ready to go.
SCV ready. Waiting on you.
Seriously, shit, I'm getting grilled.
Go
Ready to
ahead.
plunder. Transformation systems primed. Alright. Agreed. You ready for war? In go, go, go!
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals.
Huh?
Let it roll out.
These stupid animals, man, are just dying like nothing.
Yes, indeed. Made for battle.
Need something blown
Ready to
up.
plunder.
Additional supply depots. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Go ahead.
Mineral field depleted.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Go, go, go!
Wow.
Mineral field depleted.
This day is a bad day.
Transformation systems primed. Ready to plunder.
Fueled up, ready to go.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough minerals.
And I just gave away my Vikings on it too. Holy shit.
Sure thing.
Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals.
Who wants some?
This
You
dude.
ready for war? We could use some help here. I like it.
Mineral field depleted.
Ready to roll out.
Ready to plunder.
Give us your best shot. What's that?
SCV ready.
Liberate.
Not enough minerals.
We could use some help here. Let's get into
Not enough minerals.
Not
Command
enough
center
minerals, not
upgrade.
enough
All
gas.
hands to battle stations. We have you on screen.
you ready for fighter flight. Yeah, right.
Incoming orders. Of course.
Mineral field depleted.
It's just running out of control this game.
Made for battle. Ah! You scared me! Yes, sir. I'm in deep. I'm going.
No, I'm not ahead at all. Not at all. And I can tell you why. It's because he had more gas time than I did. He had much more gas time than I did.
Ready to plunder. Transformation system.
Not enough minerals.
The whole thing is he was
Base is under
mining
attack.
gas for
Not enough
much longer
minerals.
than me.
Not enough energy.
Because he got his second, I was making defensive stuff for it. I was doing defensive stuff. If you look at the eco, I was always behind. Always. Even though I kicked his ass a bit on the resource collection, you can see here, he was still on 2 bases. And he had a third. Nah, he was mining gas. He got the gas time much more than I did. I'll take a 2 minutes break. Be right back. I'm losing my favorite games today. I'm losing my TVTs. I usually love these games. 95 gold. When I saw his 6 tanks, I knew it was over. Only TVT today.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Huh? What's going on?
Addition. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. SCV ready. In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Something in the way. Go. In the rear with the gear. Gotcha.
Command center upgrade complete.
What's going on? Bad news? We hear you.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Go ahead.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Ah! You scared me. SCV ready. Huh? You.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. What's going on? Huh? SCV ready. Big jump. Armed and ready. SCV ready. I'm on it. Affirmative. This better be good.
Command center upgrade complete.
Been waiting on you. Aye, aye.
Base is under attack.
SCV ready.
Our SCVs are under attack. Add-on complete.
SCV ready. In the rear with the...
Your forces are under attack.
Move it! Go, go, go!
Add-on complete.
This better be good. Gangway, coming through.
Additional supply depots required.
Sure thing. Who wants some?
Additional supply depots required.
You gonna give me orders?
Additional supply depots required.
We could use some help here.
Your forces are under attack.
SCV ready. You want a piece of me, boy? I never tread. Like... SCV ready. In your rear, gear. Fueled up, ready to go. We... This better be good. SCV ready.
Your forces are under attack.
SCV ready.
Your forces are under attack. Additional supply depots required.
Who wants some?
Mineral field depleted.
I'm in deep.
Mineral field depleted. Additional supply depots required. Base is under attack.
I'm in deep. Who wants? Piece of me, boy. Been waiting on you. What's going on? Ready to plunder. Ready to roll out. Go, go, go. Need something. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Mineral field depleted.
Yes, sir.
Your forces are under attack.
Reporting for action.
Fight or flight? Yeah. I'm in deep. Sure thing. Rolling out. What's our target? Ready to plunder.
All hands to battle stations.
Ah! You scared me. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Not enough minerals.
Can't hold them alone. Aggressive. I like made for battle.
Mineral field depleted. Our SCVs are under attack.
How can we help? Flight plan is locked. We're returning fire!
Our SCVs are under attack.
Ah! You scared me. What's going on?
Our SCVs are under attack.
Bad news? Huh? Who wants some? Armed and ready.
Got no patience for sitting around.
Ready to blunder. Gangway, coming.
Base is under attack.
Deal with these fucking mutas, come on. How hard can it be?
This better be good. Who wants some? Ready to blunder.
Not enough energy. Base is under attack.
Ready to go.
Base is under attack.
SCV ready.
Walks in this way.
Our SCVs are under attack.
SCV ready.
What's that?
Just watch. Just goddamn watch, you
Our
dumb
SCVs
marines.
are
God,
under attack.
how dumb is this shit?
In the rear with the gear.
In my base killing my CC.
SCV ready. Huh? Can't hold them alone. You ready for war? Yeah. Fight or flight. Let's get into the fight.
Add-on complete.
Made for battle. Very well.
Base is under attack.
Transformation.
Lost my CC because of a few
Made
fucking
for
lings in
battle.
my base.
Go ahead.
This day is bad for me right now.
What's going?
Not enough energy. Your forces are under attack.
That's bad.
Fight or flight? Yeah, right. Yes, and SCV ready.
Not enough energy.
Go, go, go! SCV ready. You ready for war? Victory. Ready to blunder.
Upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
Liberation is at hand.
SCV ready. Armed and ready.
Your forces are under attack.
SCV ready.
Ready for dust off.
Go, go, go!
Standing by.
Not enough energy. Base is under attack.
This better be good. Fight or
We're
flight?
returning fire.
Yeah, right. Huh?
Your forces are
Somebody
under
get me out
attack.
of this mess.
SCV ready.
Your forces are under attack. Insufficient Vespine gas.
SCV ready.
Command center upgrade complete.
We could use some help here. SCV ready. Who wants some?
Will do, Command. Loud and clear. Talk to me. On my way.
SCV ready. Ready to plunder.
Mineral
Go,
field
go, go!
Reporting for action.
SCV ready.
insufficient. Not enough minerals. Your forces are under attack.
SCV ready.
Ready for dust off.
Your forces are under attack. Not enough energy.
Where's the emergency?
This better be good. Huh? Ready to plunder. Ah! What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
Ready to roll out. We could use some help.
We have you on screen.
Where the fuck did that shit come from?
Mineral field depleted.
What? How much of the map?
Not
Oh.
enough energy. Your forces are under attack.
I'm not doing very well right now. He helped me off with like, what was it? 4 links for so short time, and he got my eco here and stuff like that. Fuck.
SCV ready. In the rear.
Not enough minerals.
What's going on? SCV ready. Big job, huh?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Ah! You hear me? SCV ready. Bandit. Go ahead. Huh? Go ahead. Yes, sir. SCV ready. Yep.
SCVs are under attack.
Yeah. You're the boss. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Big job, huh? What's going on? Will do.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
In the rear. Ah! You scared me!
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Going. Bad news.
Command center upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Armed and ready. What's going on? Fueled up, ready to go.
Additional supply.
Go. Ah!
Ready for dust.
SCV ready.
Picking up or... Talk to me. Where's the...
Gangway. SCV ready. Bad news.
Now what? Will do, Command. I heard that.
SCV ready.
Here's your stop.
Add-on complete.
Well,
Lay it on me.
ready for pickup? Acknowledged.
Not enough minerals.
Where's the emergency? Talk to me.
SCV ready. This better be good.
Ready for... Now what? Ready for dust off.
In the rear with the gear. Who wants some?
Reporting for action.
Waiting on you.
We read you. Flight plan is locked. Of course.
SCV.
Command center upgrade complete.
Pick it.
Bad news.
Not enough minerals.
Ah, Commander. Full speed.
Go.
Where's the emergency? Acknowledged.
SCV ready.
Light flight.
I'm on. This better be good. Ready to plunder. Oh, yeah.
Mineral field.
Want a piece of me, boy? Huh?
Add-on.
Go, go, go!
Systems go. Cyclone ready for action.
SCV ready. Fight or flight? Yeah, right. Oh. SCV can't hold him alone. Big job. Who wants some? You gonna give me orders?
Waiting on you.
Used up, ready to go.
Not enough minerals.
By the number. Big job.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough energy.
Sure. Bad news? Uh-huh. SCV ready.
Ready to pick up?
Optics online. Let's go.
SCV ready. This better be good.
Reporting for action. Commander. We read you.
Not enough energy. Mineral field depleted. Additional supply depots required.
Big job.
I'll take another game in a moment.
Ready for dust off.
SCV ready. Yep.
Not enough minerals.
Big job. Go ahead. Bad news. SCV ready. Gotcha.
Self-destruct in time.
Huh? Ah! You scared me.
Additional supply depots required.
In the rear with the gear. What's going on?
Let's go scout the salty random player. I was saying salty, but I actually meant cheesy.
SCV ready. SCV ready. Go ahead. SCV ready. Huh? Yep. What's going on?
Command center upgrade complete.
Bad news? Big job, huh?
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Bad news?
Not enough minerals.
In the rear with the... SCV ready.
If you're watching this game on YouTube, please subscribe and we can hook up some other time. I will try to stream every day or
SCV ready.
sometime every day.
Add-on complete.
Go ahead. SCV ready.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Big job, huh?
Base is under attack. Our SCVs are under attack.
SCV ready.
Optics online. Let's go kill something.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Taking some fire here. You got coordinates or what?
Add-on complete.
Comms open. Oh, I'll get there.
SCV ready. Bad
Our SCVs are under attack.
Got a target in mind. Nothing will stop.
in the rear. Gangway.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Oh, wow.
Systems go. Cyclone ready for action.
Our SCVs are under attack.
And then I shoot my goddamn own shit.
Huh? Yes, sir.
Optics online. Let's go kill something.
All about that.
Our SCVs are under attack.
SCV ready. It's on. Sure. SCV ready.
Our SCVs are under attack.
SCV
Add-on.
wants some.
Our SCVs are under attack. Additional supply depots require not enough energy.
What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
Out. Huh?
Not enough minerals.
It's on. In.
This ought to be... You got coordinates or what?
What the fuck? I just killed that shit.
It's about to.
Cyclone receiving.
Additional supply depots required.
SCV ready.
Didn't I just kill that shit? Like, a few seconds before he died?
This better be good. Got it.
Got it targeted.
Go on. Got a whole lot of love. Don't leave me hanging.
Not enough energy. Your forces are under attack.
Optics online. Let's go kill something. Systems go.
SCV ready. What's going on? SCV ready. Sure thing.
Cyclone receiving.
SCV ready.
Command center upgrade.
Who wants some? SCV ready. Fueled up, ready to go.
Mineral field depleted.
It's go time. What's that?
Mineral field depleted.
Oh, when he took my second, I already lost. I'm dripping away MMR at the moment.
SCV ready. Go ahead. I can't build here. SCV ready. What's going on? Ah! Huh?
Additional.
I can't build here. Bad news.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Big job, huh? What? SCV ready. SCV ready. Huh? Yep. Go ahead. SCV ready.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Move it. What's going on? Go ahead. SCV ready. What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Big job, huh? Yeah. It's your dime.
Our SCV command center upgrade complete. Additional supply depots.
SCV ready.
Our SCVs are under attack. Our SCVs are under attack.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
Huh? Yes, sir. SCV ready.
Command center upgrade complete.
What's going on? Yo.
Not enough enemy base is under attack. Add-on complete.
Big job. Ah, scare me.
Systems go. Cyclone ready for action. Enemy contact.
Add-on complete.
In gear.
Not enough energy.
Optics online. Let's go.
SCV ready.
Cyclone receiving. This ought to be good. Systems go.
SCV ready.
Channel's clear, boss.
What's going on? In the rear with the...
Add-on complete.
Comms open. Show me. Optics online. You got coordinates?
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Online. Let's go kill something.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Open.
Your forces are under attack.
Bad news?
Insufficient Vespine. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
SCV ready. Fueled up, ready to go. Lay it on me. SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Your forces are under attack.
I'm in deep.
Engage cyclone.
Beat up.
Mineral field depleted.
What's going on? Gangway coming. What's that? I can't roll. Ready to roll out.
Let's go kill something.
Go ahead.
Add-on complete.
In the rear.
Insufficient.
It's go time.
Reporting for action.
Ah! This gets a good job. Huh? Yeah.
Systems go.
Ready to wonder.
Got a target in mind? Show me who you want to die.
This better be good. Oh, it's on.
Channel's clear, boss.
Go ahead. Who wants some? What's going on?
Insufficient Vespine gas.
SCV ready.
Not enough energy.
Just see. In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. Ghost reporting.
Command center upgrade complete.
Ready to roll out.
almost all Terran and random people.
SCV ready. In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. What's going on?
The most lovely song in the game.
Additional Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready. Yep. Big job, huh? Go ahead. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
What's going on? Yeah.
Command center upgrade. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
It's your dime.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Sure.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Huh? Bad news? What? SCV ready. Big job, huh? SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. Go ahead. SCV ready.
Our SCVs add-on are under complete.
Poor mutants live.
SCV ready.
Command center upgrade complete.
Optics online. Let's go kill something.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
SCV ready. Move it. Armed and ready.
Ready for action.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough. Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
Channel's clear, Bob.
Who wants some? Why not? I'm going. What's going on?
Not enough energy.
Can't wait. Show. In the rear.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Enemy contact. Moving into position. Inside. Show me who you want to die. Got a target in mind. Systems go. Cyclone ready for
In the rear. Here.
Got no patience.
SCV ready.
I never tread. Marks our best shot.
who you want to die.
SCV ready.
Up, ready to go.
Insufficient Vespene gas. Insufficient Vespene gas. Insufficient Vespene gas.
Go ahead. What's going on?
Systems go. Cyclone ready for action. Show me. Inside ain't good.
SCV ready.
Optics online. Let's go kill something.
Ghost reporting.
Got no patience.
SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
It's your dime. Will do.
Channels.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Cyclones. Got a target in mind. Inside of me good.
Up, ready to go.
Enemy contact. Cyclone on route.
You never say die. Huh?
Let it roll out.
Bad news. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Your forces are under attack.
SCV ready.
You got coordinates or what? I get you.
Reporting for action.
Command center upgrade complete.
Go ahead. Oh, man.
Mineral field depleted.
Is that a gold base or what?
Not enough energy.
Ready to plunder. Ah! What's go- SCV
Mineral field depleted.
Channels clear. Optics online. Let's go kill.
SCV ready. Fueled up, ready to go.
Mineral field depleted.
Let's go.
Got no patience.
Out with it. Give me this. Go. Solo.
Let's have a blast.
Add-on complete.
Fueled up, ready to go.
Mineral field add-on complete.
Go ahead.
Not enough minerals. Not enough
SCV
minerals.
ready. What's going on? Yeah, whatever. SCV ready. Ghost reporting.
Systems go. Cyclone ready for action.
You
Ready
sure
to roll out.
SCV ready.
Save the world, baby.
Armed and ready.
Go ahead.
Mineral field depleted. Additional supply depots required.
Ready to roll.
It's about to get heavy. Your dime.
Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals required.
Optics online.
Don't leave me hanging.
Mineral field depleted.
Time's a waste.
Ready. State your
Ready to roll out.
Mineral field depleted.
Yes, sir.
Nuclear missile ready.
Enemy contact.
Go ahead.
awaiting orders. Job confirmed.
Fueled up, ready to go.
Mineral field depleted.
State your request. Ready.
Vespine geyser exhausted.
What's that?
What's going on? It's getting too hot. You're the boss.
Systems go. Cyclone for action.
Command. Scanning battlefield. Awaiting orders.
Mineral field depleted.
Ready.
Optics online. Let's go.
Sure thing.
Systems go. Cyclone ready for action.
Fueled up, ready to go. Give us your best shot.
Huh? Yeah, yeah.
Vespine geyser exhausted. Our SCVs are under attack.
Ready for action.
Yo.
Enemy contact.
Not enough minerals.
In the rear.
Our SCVs are under attack. Base is under attack.
Oh shit, I look away.
I'm in deep.
Busts me up like.
In the rear. Wait here.
is under attack. Mineral field depleted. Your forces are under attack. Not enough energy.
Oh, just one fucking thing.
Base is under attack.
Fueled up, ready to go. What's our target?
Our SCVs are under attack. Our SCVs are under attack.
Coming through.
Go ahead.
Your forces are under attack. Not enough energy.
How can this noob keep fighting back? I don't get it.
Go ahead. What's going on?
Fuck.
Ready to roll out.
It's getting really annoying.
Give us your best shot.
Scanning battlefield conditions.
Mineral field depleted.
Who wants some? You can.
Command.
Mineral field
Fueled up, ready to go.
Yep. Huh? Kaboom, baby!
Immediate.
Mineral field depleted.
State your awaiting.
Mineral field depleted.
Armed and ready.
Ready to roll out.
Add-on complete.
I can't build here.
Add-on complete.
Who wants some?
Base is under attack. Add-on complete.
Been waiting on you.
Need something blown up.
Vespine geyser exhausted. No, your forces are under attack.
Am I going to lose this
In
game?
rear with the gear. Go ahead.
Need something blown up. Lay it on.
Optics online. Let's go kill something.
Base is under attack.
Comms open.
What's our target? Speak up. Got no patience for sitting around.
Scanning.
Not enough minerals.
Taking some fire here.
How can this bitch
Not
have such a
enough
big
energy.
army? Where is that fucking third base, fourth base, or whatever he has? He can't be like that large on three bases. I was smashing him all game.
Fueled up, ready to go.
Ready for action.
Add-on.
He just built this one. This one I've been scanning for all game, and just 1 second he gets it and it's over. I'm so sad that I lost this game. I had it like so much covered. I even nuked the eco of him and stuff like that. It's just because I don't finish him off. It's because I don't fucking finish him off. And when I don't finish him off, I get in trouble later. I could have finished him off a couple of times, but every time I got my tanks on it, he would go in with the adapters and sacrifice them. Yeah, that too. No upgrades. And the nukes came simply too late. I should have nuked him from the start. I should have nuked him very early. Instead of just nuking his third, I should have nuked his second. Anyway, I'm gonna go for a short break. I had him covered a couple of times. I should have just nuked him then. Should have. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is it for the stream. I have to get up early tomorrow. I just thought about it. I have to get up early tomorrow, go to a job interview. I was contacted today regarding job and asked if I could come for a job interview tomorrow. So I'm gonna go, and they will pay me fairly, and it's a 25-hour job, so it's quite okay. So yeah, catch you some other time. Press like, press follow, subscribe, stuff like that, and we can hook up some other time. Have a good day.